Crowd, thank you so much for coming out today. Oh boy. I'm going to need that. It has been written that where there is no vision, the people perish. And I want to say before you today that we are seeing in this monument of academia the fruition of a vision. We are so grateful to welcome you here today for the ribbon ceremony cutting for the Honors Residence Hall and Administrative Complex. Thank you. On behalf of Chair Hatcher, the Board of Trustees, President Thomas, Provost Brooks, and the leadership team, we're so grateful that you're here to support not just this building, but our students. That's the most important part of why we're here today. And you'll notice that we've prominently featured today some of our top students. And I want you to know that they represent the other students that we have here in the Honors College at Central State University. That's the type of caliber that we have here that you will see this day. So first we will start by bringing forth two of our outstanding honor students, Mr. and Miss CSU. Please welcome them warmly to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Schlag. Central State University, faculty, staff, administration, Dr. Jack Thomas and his administration team, Marauders, and our special guests, good morning. I am Daniela Dorset, a business administration concentration in marketing major here at Central State University, where I serve in many leadership capacities, namely a student representative at the President's Roundtable, where I serve as the liaison between the student body and the president, where I serve as the 75th Miss Central State University. I am the founder of a nonprofit organization by the name of CARE, where I serve communities in the Bahamas, and I am also an honors college scholar. I welcome you. I welcome you one and all to the ribbon cutting ceremony of the brand new Honors College Residence Hall and Administrative Complex. Today embodies the dedication that Central State has made to all of the students here, not only to innovate, but also to elevate the level of education found at Central State University. This state-of-the-art residence hall, living and learning complex is not only for students that have proven that they are the cream of the crop, but students that have proven that they bring an academic excellence and true merit of intellectual excellence to the university.
Let's give it up for Miss Central State. Good morning, faculty, staff, administration, and fellow Marauders. For those who do not know me, I am Keith Harris Jr., a graduating senior majoring in criminal justice with a minor in Spanish, hailing from the one and only Cleveland, Ohio. I am here today serving as your 15th Mr. Central State University, a member of the Board of Trustees, representative of our 9th Presidential Roundtable, and assisting bettering our institution, as well as representing the Honors College fully while being the youngest minority construction owner in the state of Ohio. And also the newest member of the NAACP's Central State University's chapter. It is with great honor to all gather here for the ribbon cutting ceremony as we welcome the brand new Honors Residence Halls and Administrative Complex. This ceremony today embarks a new journey for Central State University, as these are just the first steps to enhancing our beloved institution and proving that we are a state-of-the-art institution as well as any other college in the United States. Being an honors college student under the continuous leadership of Dr. Schlag has been a liberating experience, as I get to truly firsthand see the due diligence that he has instilled within all of his students that he encounters. With that, I would like to welcome you all with the results of the warm words of our 9th President, Dr. Jack Thomas, as he continuously displays that innovation truly is in our DNA. Thank you.
Aren't they wonderful? Yes. Yes. I love the dignity and grace that I see with these two outstanding individuals. They are truly driven and committed to excellence. It is now my privilege and my honor to introduce the president of Central State University. This vision is a long time coming, and I think it very fitting that the first of many buildings to be built here at Central State University under his leadership is specifically for students. There's a reason his handle is Student Pres with an S, because he has 3 degrees in English, but it's because he truly is the president of students. He cares about them, and this shows his commitment to these students. He wants to provide that first building for them to be an opportunity for them to live in a state-of-the-art facility. And I love that the next one is a recreation and wellness center, because that goes along with President Thomas's vision as well. But you'll see there's no perishing going on here. There's a great deal of vision as you watch over the next several years as President Thomas continues this growth of excellence in buildings and supporting our students in all that they do. So please welcome to the podium President Jack Thomas.
Thank you, Dr. Slag. Good morning. This is an exciting day in the history of Central State University. This is a very humbling experience for me, because what was once an ideal has now come into fruition. You know, some people don't believe you unless they see it. And I always say I'm from Missouri. That you got to show me. So I believe in showing people. We are excited for the vision, the goals that we have for Central State University, and it's good to see them come into fruition. This is the first of 7 new buildings. And don't we have it going on at Central State University? Before I get any further into my remarks, let me introduce and acknowledge a few individuals. First, starting with my Board of Trustees, Mr. Mark Hatcher, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Please stand to be recognized. Trustee Jacqueline Gamling. Trustee Natalia Harris. Trustee Richard Perry. Trustee Jason Manns. Trustee Linda Matthews. Student Trustee Keith Harris Jr. Student Trustee Faith Bondurant. In addition, we have other individuals with us today. Mr. Ronald Todd, representing the office of the Governor, Mike DeWine. Ms. Sarah Mays, Mayor of the City of Xenia. Mr. Charles C., representing Chancellor Randy Gardner. Mr. Jim Smith, University Housing Solution. Mr. Randy Payne from Ardena Incorporation. Senator Hackett, who's a big supporter of Central State University. Dr. Cookie Newsom, representing Wilberforce Community. Mr. Gabriel Lofton, Superintendent of the Xenia Public Schools. Mr. Al Long, all the way from Cincinnati. And I know there are other dignitaries here. If you're here, please stand to be recognized. Senator Sherrod Brown's office. Let's give her a round of applause. I want to thank our very own people, Mr. Curtis Pettis, Senator Chris Widener, Justin Fry, Milt Thompson, and our very own Paul Slag. And I know I've missed a lot of individuals. It takes a lot of people. So as we say in the South, just take it for love, not to your heart, but for love. President John F. Kennedy once said, a rising tide lifts all boats. The quote embodies the ultimate goal of the Honors College at Central State University. We want to create a culture of academic achievement and service that permeates every aspect of the university life and elevate all students, faculty, staff, and the university community to a higher level of standards. We want to continue to improve the university's academic standing, performance metrics, retention, and graduation rates. By doing so, we will produce the best and brightest students prepared to serve, to innovate, to create new and exciting products and industry, and will accomplish all of this right here in the great state of Ohio. Give us another round of applause. Whenever I discuss the Honors College, I make sure to say that Central State University will never abandon its historic mission to educate all students from various financial and academic backgrounds. Yes, we want the best and brightest students. However, we will also continue to recruit and enroll students who demonstrate the potential to be outstanding college students. As such, we must all embrace our university core values, which are academic excellence, community engagement and outreach, cultural responsiveness and inclusion, civility and mutual respect, and innovation. As a part of providing a quality and world-class education, we as university leaders must create an environment that is conducive to academic and social growth and development of all students. Faculty must be engaged and deliver coursework that is driven by cutting-edge research and provide learning experiences that extend beyond the classroom. Staff must provide the highest quality of customer service and demonstrate professionalism at all times. And university administration must provide living and learning environments that are comfortable, state-of-the-art, clean, and safe. This hall behind me provides all of these amenities. We cannot strive for academic excellence without providing an environment that supports academic excellence. This 119-bed facility is the embodiment of where Central State University is headed. Apartment-style living spaces with kitchens, high-end appliances and furniture, and Wi-Fi throughout. Honor students will have meeting spaces and places to relax, but not to relax too much. Dr. Paul Slag and staff of the Honors College will work with faculty and professional staff to deliver programming, extending the learning environment beyond the classroom. It will indeed be a place that embraces the entire university community. A rising tide lifts all boats. I want to close by thanking our partners at University Housing Solution who worked directly with us to construct this honors hall. Public-private partnership, one that we will embrace continuously. Central State University, we're not a second-class institution. We are a first-rate university, so give it up for Central State University. Everything that we do must be a reflection of this mindset. We're making progress and transforming this university into a university of distinction. Thank you all for joining us here today, and we invite you to stay around for a tour. And all together, for God, for Central, for State. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Thomas. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium the person who really initially had this vision as well, who brought President Thomas here with this particular vision that you see behind you in mind. Please join me in welcoming Chair Mark Hatcher to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is indeed a great day for Central State, for our students, for this community. We are on a path forward, and without question, innovation is in our DNA. Would you agree? Yes. I'd like to recognize the Board of Trustees, who Dr. Thomas already acknowledged by name individually. Also like to acknowledge Dr. Thomas's entire cabinet, who worked tirelessly to ensure that the various ideas, functions, innovations come to fruition. So let's give them a round of applause as well. None of this could be done without our partners, some of which you'll hear from today, from the governor's office, from the Department of Higher Ed, our partners in city and state government, Mayor Hayes and Senator Hackett, who have been tireless. Just, you know, every event, they're here with us, right here on this front row. So I acknowledge you and thank you for your support over the years. You know, it was said by Dr. Slag that this is a representation of a vision. And one of the things that I've been very intentional about in my time on the board here at Central State University was ensuring that we solidify what our academic identity is. And so when we were looking for a president and when we were talking to the candidates, Dr. Thomas was one of the only candidates that showed up with a vision. And he had already known that we had ideas around an honors college, but it never really had any meat on the bones. And he came to the table with that vision. And so this building behind us represents outward-facing representation of how we support our honors students. But that work behind the scenes has been going on since Dr. Thomas hit the ground here. This isn't, the beginning of our honors college. This is just another step along the way. And this isn't the end either. There's a lot of other land around here, Dr. Thomas and our partners at University Housing Solutions. There's more to do. So Project Innovation is well underway. I'm so very encouraged by you all being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support from our Wilberforce community. And I look forward to future opportunities to show you that, again, indeed, innovation is in our DNA. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chair Hatcher. We appreciate you. At this time, we would like to recognize anyone who had any part in designing and building this facility. So UHS Solutions, MKC Architects, Adena, all other subcontractors, and anyone who was involved in this project. If you would please stand and also raise your hands if you're in the back. I see you back there. Let's acknowledge their hard work in making this possible. We truly cannot do it without their partnership, and we really appreciate all that they've brought to the table, and that they have also believed in this vision and helped it to be a reality today. It is now our pleasure to hear from a great supporter of Central State University. We invite Senator Hackett to come to the podium for remarks.
Actually, I promised to be brief. But you put a microphone in front of a politician, they can go on and on. So I get a lot of that. But actually, I'm here representing the highest Senate, and I have a proclamation to give to Dr. Thomas. But I want to say something too before we start, and it's a great day for Central State. But Dr. Thomas, you have done you came here with the ground. You were running from the start. I can't believe the great work you have done at Central State. Mark hit it. Couldn't say it better, but We in Columbus, we know that. He's there. He's always talking to us, trying to get more money for Central State, and we know that. We know that. And we got a budget coming up, so I'll see him a lot next year. But I'm just here representing the state of Ohio. I have a proclamation signed by the President of the Senate, Matt Huffman, and myself, and so it's a great day for Central State. Thank you. Thank you for the job.
Thank you so much, Senator. We appreciate your support. It is now our pleasure to hear from Elder Ronald Todd, who's representing Governor DeWine's office. Please welcome him to the podium.
Thank you. Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. Give the Lord a hand. Without prayer, we couldn't have this building. Without prayer, we couldn't have Dr. Thomas either. Praise the Lord for that. Distinguished Chair, Brother Dr. Mark Hatcher, illustrious President, Brother Dr. Jack Thomas, esteemed Provost, Dr. Brooks, eminent Dr. Paul Slag, Executive Director here, all the faculty members, cabinet, dedicated students, and loyal alumni, greet you. This is the most historic, at this most historic center of higher learning, known across the state, the nation, and the world, Central State University. You can clap on that. This is a very historic day for historic Black college universities across the country. A songwriter penned, "We only just begun." And I believe, good brother Dr. Thomas, you just started, 2 years ago? The Bible says, "I will do a new thing in you." Dr. Mae Jamison stated, "Never be limited by others' people's limited imagination." Your prayers, your labor, your work is represented in this new building. Your names will be inscribed in this new building so everyone who enters can see that was folks that cared for them and want them to succeed in life. I am honored and privileged to represent the office of Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and offer an official congratulations with others in a successful project. If you can remember, Governor DeWine, when we had the groundbreaking, was so excited, but he's not excited about the groundbreaking, he's excited about the future of Central State University. The state of Ohio, the United States of America, the world needs Central State University. As my grandma would say, you ain't seen nothing yet. I think we got 7 buildings we're gonna build, good brother. In closing, God bless America and God bless Central State University. Be God with you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We are now pleased to hear from the Mayor of Xenia, Mayor Mays, to the podium. Thank you.
A little different from me and Mr. Todd. Good morning, friends. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here this morning. Something, Ronald, that you just said brought back to me the verse in Ephesians that talks about you are God's masterpiece and that he has work that he created for you to do. He prepared that work far in advance. Dr. Thomas, you are living that out. You are living out the good work that the Lord prepared long in advance for you to do because you are his masterpiece. And you have brought that to this campus. You have brought that to this community. So it is a joy, it is a privilege to see this ribbon cutting in this new building, which is a physical representation of where Central State is headed. The investment that you have made, not just in our community, which we are beyond thankful for. We love being community partners and seeing that investment in that growth. But it is a physical representation of the investment in people's lives, in students' lives, students that are being shaped to be a part of our future and to lead us in this community. So thank you for the commitment that you have shown, the investment and the love that you are showing to these young people. It is exciting to be a part of. It is a privilege to be a part of. We wish you all the best. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mayor. The best part about this wind is maybe it's keeping some of the bees off of us a little bit. I don't know. Anybody else encountering some bees? I think research is going on near here, so it's good to see the fruits of research. We will now be pleased to hear from the representative from the great city of Wilberforce, Dr. Cookie Newsom. Please welcome her to the podium.
All right. I'm happy to be here on this auspicious occasion. It's particularly exciting for me as a lifelong educator to be here and see an honors dorm. Greetings and welcome to Wilberforce. When I was attending Central State, I am an alumni, graduated back when the earth was still cooling. Yes. When I was attending Central State University, we were the lucky recipients of a privilege that grew out of an ugly practice. At that time, regardless of your academic achievements, your brilliance, or whatever, if you happened to be a black professor, male or female, most jobs were not open to you except at HBCUs. We were very lucky that we had professors that were nationally, internationally known. I taught my first American history class out of a textbook co-authored by my mentor, Dr. Wilhelmina Robinson. So to see Central State dedicated so much and so obviously to academic excellence is something that is very exciting for me, and I thank Dr. Thomas and his group for that very much. Central State has been a good partner to our community, mostly. There have been times when we've had to have a little chat, like when they tried to build a gas station across from my house, which is across the street from the main entrance. But we settled on a botanical garden instead. It's very lovely. So it worked out nicely. This dorm is beautiful. It's going to be a lovely addition to the campus, and the primary thing is the students there will be encouraged to and rewarded for academic excellence. That is a marvelous thing for us to have here, and obviously it's something that is going to encourage great students here. We've always had great students here, but this will make it even better. As my colleagues, I retired from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. My colleagues there would say, you students will be living in high cotton. So it's very nice to see you all, and certainly welcome to Wilberforce.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Dr. Newsom. We will now hear greetings from the Chancellor's Office to invite Mr. Charles C. to come to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning. President Thomas, Chair Hatcher, and members of the Central State University Board of Trustees, on behalf of Chancellor Gardner and the Ohio Department of Higher Education, I want to congratulate Central State on the ribbon cutting of the honors residents on your campus. Today's event represents yet another exciting milestone in the evolution of this great institution. And it has been said today many times, these milestones cannot occur without clear vision for what the institution can be and the focused determination for making that vision a reality. These attributes are clearly present within Dr. Thomas and the leadership at Central State University. I have personally had the honor of working and collaborating with Central State University for many years. And every time I'm on this campus, I am struck and inspired by the can-do, will do, and must do spirit of everyone involved in moving this institution forward. There is a clear recognition at the Ohio Department of Higher Education of the importance of the Central State mission, not only to the students that it serves on a day-to-day basis, but also of the importance of that mission to the future prosperity of the state of Ohio. President Thomas, the Ohio Department of Higher Education looks forward to our continued work together, and I personally can't wait to see what Central State University has in store for us next. Congratulations again, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. C. I appreciate all the dignitaries here. You know, this could not happen without their support. But now I'm excited for the next part of this program. If you have the program, I recommend that you keep it for these next two names because they're, at one point you'll be able to say, I remember when they spoke at the groundbreaking at Central State University, and that's not a joke. You have two amazing students that will now address us. We'll invite first to come to the podium, Mr. Jeremy Jackson.
Good morning. My name is Jeremy Jackson. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm currently a manufacturing engineering major. I greet you as the current president of the Student Honors Association, as a presidential scholar, as a Strata Scholar, and as a student who has just moved into the spectacular Honors Residence Hall and Administrative Complex. Yes, it is a beautiful residence hall. Yes, it is a beautiful administrative complex. But more importantly, this building signifies the ongoing commitment that our university's Board of Trustees, our president, Dr. Thomas, our Honors Executive Director, Dr. Slag, and other faculty and staff and administrators have for this Honors Initiative. This beautiful and purposeful complex demonstrates their intent to elevate our university's elite status among colleges, along colleges and universities across the country. This new Honors Residence Hall and Administrative Complex is in line with the explosive growth that our university has had as it continues to abstract the students from across the country and internationally. This new complex will allow and encourage honors students to collaborate with providing meeting spaces and tutoring areas. We will continue to have access to the Honors College staff as their offices will be in the same complex as us, and we need this to grow as our Honors College grows. Current and future students will benefit from this significant investment. Current and future students will be able to live and learn in a modern, state-of-the-art facility, just like their other like-minded peers. This new Honors Residence Hall and Administrative Complex is the living embodiment for God, for Central, for State. Again, on behalf of the honors students, I'd like to thank Dr. Thomas, Dr. Slag, the Board of Trustees for your investment in us and our future and the future of the Honors College at Central State University. I now have the pleasure of bringing up a good friend of mine, a Goldwater Scholar awardee, Ms. Kayla Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Jeremy Jackson. And welcome to all. Aristotle is purported to have said, the fate of empires depends on the education of youth. Chair Hatcher, President Thomas, Provost Brooks, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and students. If our fate depends on the education of youth, then this occasion testifies that our future is indeed bright. My name is Kayla Smith, a fourth-year undergraduate majoring in environmental engineering from Cincinnati, Ohio. I have been able to maintain a 4.0 GPA for my time here at Central State University. I am also the president of the Alpha Kappa Mu Honor Society. I am a proud recipient of the Barry Goldwater Scholarship, a scholarship awarded to sophomores and juniors who wish to pursue a career in scientific research. We gather on this day to celebrate the official opening of the new Honors Residence and Administrative Complex. During these historic times, we pay tribute to a cohort of students who have distinguished themselves from others despite historical obstacles. One of my favorite quotes from Dr. Albert Einstein reads, "The sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination." The number of students who have earned a spot in Wesley Village and who have remained consistent with nurturing their imagination is truly astonishing. In the face of a turbulent and radical adjustment of all facets of university and common life, these students have exhibited grit, determination, adaptability, and perseverance to attain academic greatness. This cutting of the ribbon ceremony is a tribute to the abilities, creativity, talents, work, and fruits of our students who have excelled at this pivotal point in history. Students, we honor you who have set lofty goals for yourselves and have worked diligently to achieve them. We honor you for making the commitment and the sacrifices that are required to achieve academic excellence. You have acknowledged the power of the mind, have deliberately pursued academic excellence through hard work, and have further developed your character. Today, we celebrate this monument that will create another space where students can continue to nurture their knowledge and imagination. We will not forget our dedicated faculty and staff who provide the instruction and support for meaningful classroom, extracurricular, and co-curricular events that supplement students' social, civic, moral, and intellectual development. This building represents the dedication of students, faculty, and staff. The dedication we have to get to where we want by not going around the mountain, but through it. All who have walked through the hurdles with us, we thank you. Congratulations, Central State University Marauders, on yet another tremendous accomplishment. We deserve this accomplishment, and we have earned this growth. Congratulations to every student from this point forward that gets to experience this monument of our pursuit for knowledge and imagination. For God, for Central, for State. Thank you.
They didn't brag on themselves enough, so let me tell you a little bit about them. Jeremy Jackson, as a freshman last year, did an internship at Wright Pat Air Force Base in the engineering program, research program. He can't tell me what he did. He said he'd have to kill me. But I know a lot of the people at the research lab, and they said, my goodness, send us more students like Jeremy Jackson, who now has offers this summer for internships with Boeing, Honda. Well, I can't even keep track. He's going to have to pick, and it's going to be hard. But what a great dilemma to have, right? And then Kayla. Maybe you've seen her on the billboards in Cincinnati. But Kayla, Goldwater Scholar, first one at Central State University. This is the most prestigious undergrad award in science. She is conducting research about Mars, isotopes on Mars, and evaluating them, working with Caltech and Penn, right? She got up there and spoke at a recent research conference, and my eyes glazed over. I had no idea what she was saying, but boy, did it sound smart. But she had faculty members in the back asking her questions, and she was just rattling off the different isotopes and the things that she's doing, and was on that level communicating with people with letters. And I'm so excited to see the future for these students. In terms of vision, if you all look over here, let's create a little vision about the next honors residence hall for our students. This didn't just happen. I don't know how long this has been in President Thomas's head, but I know we've been talking about this for 6 or 7 years. And to be able to see this come to fruition is absolutely remarkable. And I wanted to acknowledge some folks. Is the First Lady here? Okay, First Lady's not here, but I do want to acknowledge the First Lady. I don't think people recognize or appreciate enough how much families sometimes give in order for these visions to come to pass. And that we have more than our own children. We have other children that we take care of as well. So please let's acknowledge Dr. Linda Thomas. She is the epitome of class and grace, and she's a wonderful woman. I would now like to recognize my family, if you'll permit me. Three of them are here today, 2 are not able to be here. But if you'll hold your applause, all of them have been recognized. My lovely wife, Abby, if you'll stand. My daughter, Rebecca Schlag. She just returned from an 18-month mission for our church, Spanish-speaking, in Yakima, Washington. My son, Hunter Schlag, who's a junior at Beaver Creek High School, outstanding student, just got straight A's again. A tennis player that's just absolutely remarkable, and I have to feign injury now to have excuses for why he's beating me. Not with us today is my son, who's in 9th grade, who has test preparation today. So I guess I've done a job as a parent. I wish he were here, but that shows his commitment to academic excellence. Although I'm mad at him, It shows he wants to be in someplace like this, so that's good. And then my other son is Spencer Slag, who is in Argentina serving a mission right now for our church for the next 2 years. So thank you. If you will give my family acknowledgement. I would also like to acknowledge the honors staff that do such an amazing job. We'll start with Miss Bree Matthews, who's almost been with me from the beginning. Thank you. She is our honors administrative coordinator. Mrs. Sarah Armstrong Jones, please stand to be recognized. She is our honors program manager. Mrs. Wendy Hayes broke her foot, so she can't be here today, so keep her in your thoughts and prayers, but she is our university liaison for honors and international affairs. Dr. Teresa Akins, if you'll please stand and be recognized. She is our honors and international advisor. I'm hearing cheers out there. And then Miss Bree White is our residence hall area coordinator, and very lucky to be living in this new residence hall. Bree White. So let me just tell you a little bit about the building. It's 55,000 square feet. It's 119 beds in 65 apartment style units, and this was intentional. We have the honors residence halls here. Those are not apartment style complexes. They're suite style complexes. So what we wanted to do was help prepare our students for the real world once they get to be junior and senior level. They need to learn while in college how to live in an apartment so that when they go out there on their own for the first time, start that career or start grad school or professional school, they're not completely taken off guard. They know how to live. And so this facility, thank you, this facility is for our juniors and seniors honors students so that they can make that next step and live in an apartment style complex. So each apartment, there are studios, and those studios are for a single individual. They have their own bathroom, their own kitchen, their own living room, their own bedroom, all in one space. And then we have doubles where they have individual bedrooms, but they share a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. We also have in each little cubby hole on each wing several study spaces, innovative study spaces. We want to create an opportunity for students to get together, talk about their academic pursuits, their dreams, their visions. So each little space on the wing is going to have a monitor where they can interact with it, do a touch screen, brainstorm, and plan their trip to Mars. All right. So it's a wonderful building. It's got great amenities with a lounge on the bottom floor, and we're going to have some amenities for them down there as well. We're grateful that we now have a space where all of the honors administrative staff can be together, a one-stop shop for our students, because we wrap our arms around these students to make sure they have everything they need to be successful. Recently, we had the real privilege of Congresswoman Beatty coming to campus to tour this facility during homecoming. And a group of us had the privilege of walking around with her and showing her the amenities in the building. And it was wonderful to hear her reminisce about her time in an honors residence hall at Central State University. And she just went back. You could see her go back in her mind to those times. Do you think she thought she would one day be the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus? Or a congresswoman with so much influence? Who else is going to live in this building? What other leader will come forth from living in this particular residence hall because of the investment that we have put into our students? From Central State University have come forth a president of a country, a world-renowned opera singer, lawyers, teachers, doctors, scientists. The next generation is bright. There's something happening here at Central State University that's marvelous to behold. There is other influences at work as these students come together and are absolutely amazing in what they can accomplish. I wish all of you had my job and could sit across the desk from our students and see the commitment, the drive, the creativity, and the grit of these students. They want to change the world. And they're going to change the world. They're going to change the world. And they are changing the world. Our Goldwaters, our Boren Award winner. We have a young lady, Danielle Darkenwald, can't be here today because she's in Tanzania. Yep. She won the Boren Award, which paid for her to study at the University of Florida this summer. She studied Swahili in an intensive language program, and they paid for her to study abroad in Tanzania. She returns shortly, and I can't wait to see her in here. Again, we have students doing internships with Procter & Gamble, Wright Air Force Base, major banking institutions, all over the country. These students are in high demand, and they should be in high demand. We have jobs now where students are being placed with the NBA. We have students going on to graduate school, Syracuse, Ohio State, and other notable institutions. You just watch, you just see where we go over the next few years as we continue to build the Honors College at Central State University. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's now our privilege to hear from our Provost and Academic Vice President, Dr. F. Eric Brooks. Dr. Brooks.
Let's give all the individuals who came to the mic another round of applause. We want to thank all the dignitaries, the faculty, the students that we see here, the staff. All of them make our jobs a lot easier. We often depend on them to make sure things are going as they should. If you're familiar with higher education in the United States, you'll be familiar with the term loco parentis. Loco parentis. That's when students at universities begin to live on campuses, and faculty members would often stay with the students to make sure that they were doing things correctly. This was done as a surrogate parent, so to speak. And so that's what we're doing here. We're making sure that these students are on the right path. There's a song that I often listen to, one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite artists, Luther Vandross, and that song is titled "A House Is Not a Home." A house is not a home. And when students leave their permanent residence and take up space here at Central State University, this becomes their home. This becomes their home. And so with that, this facility, this 55,000 feet facility, this 119 bed facility, this is your home away from home. And we just want you to treat it like it's your home away from home. If you're familiar with that song, it says at the end, when I climb the stair and I turn the key, still be there with me. And we want you to know that this place, when you go in and you turn the key, Central State is going to be with you now and wherever you go. So this is your home away from home. And I want to end with our constant refrain that we say here at Central State: for God, for Central, for State. Now we're going to move. I'm also been told to give instructions. We're going to move right over here. That's where the ribbons ceremony, cutting ceremony will take place. So if we can get everyone to just move over right in front of the residence hall, the complex doors here before the glass wall here, we will go with the ribbon cutting. Thank you.
If you almost say okay.